Oh, welcome back. In the last lesson, we saw how we write the CSS styles. And now, let's see where we actually write our CSS styles. There are three ways, or you can say places, where we can include our CSS. First is the inline styles. Second is internal style sheet. Third is the external style sheet. First, let's see inline styles by styling this H1 heading using inline styles. So inline styles are written directly inside the HTML element, inside the opening tag, using a style attribute. This style attribute. Yes, this style attribute. And we have seen how to use this style attribute in the last lesson. And inside this style attribute goes our property. Let's use a color property. And let's give a color of red. Let's save it and refresh our page. Yes, we got our red heading. Now, to add more than one style with inline style, we simply keep writing to the style attribute. Let's give another style. Let's say font size. Font is this font size, and of 50 pixel. Let's save it and refresh our page. Yes, we have got a font size of 50 pixel. Let's do the same thing for our H2 heading over here. Down here we have an H2 heading. Yes, let's give some inline styles. First comes the style attribute. Inside the style attribute goes the color property. And let's give a color of aqua, and then let's give a font size, the second property. Font size of, let's give 30 pixels. Let's save it and refresh our page. Yes, we have got an aqua color H2 heading. One thing you need to make sure that each of your styles ends with a semicolon. Like after each styles, there is one semicolon there. Here I have one semicolon after this style, and another semicolon after this second style. Okay, now you can see that this way of writing style is quick and easy to write, but the problem arises when we want to style a bunch of repeated elements, like this H2 element here. In this HTML document, we have a total of, let's count how many H2 headings we have. 1 here, and then 2 here, 3, 4, and then 5. In total, we have 5 H2 headings in our HTML page document. And now if I want this same style to appear in all the H2, I have to manually type these styles in all of the H2 headings, and this is time consuming, isn't it? And what if at some point I want to change the style, let's say increase the font size to some pixels, then I have to remember to change in all the other H2 headings. I have to manually type in all the other H2 headings, and this is error prone when your page is too long and you have a lot of multiple pages in your web pages. So that's why inline styling are not commonly used. Okay, so now let's come to internal style sheet. So what's an internal style sheet? Internal style sheet is written inside the style element. This style element is this style element, and this style element over here is nested inside the head element at the very top. And in between these style tags goes our CSS code. And one more thing, in inline style sheet, we use the CSS Ruleset to write our CSS code. I hope you remember what a CSS Ruleset is. If not, you can check the last lesson. So now let's write our rule set, targeting all the H2 headings over here. Let's write a rule set to target all the H2 headings. For that, the H2 selector, H2, and then a curly bracket. Let's give a color property, and aqua, and then let's give a font size of 29 pixel. Okay, let's remove this inline style first. Since we're writing an internal style sheet, let's remove the inline styles. And yeah, let's save it and refresh our page over here. Yes, you can see all our H2 headings have the color aqua and is 29 pixels large. So we have styled all these headings all together, and we didn't have to manually type these styles 5 times for these 5 headings. So now let's write a rule set targeting all these paragraphs over here. Yes, so let's write a rule set for paragraph. So for paragraph, we use a p tag and the curly brackets. Let's give a color of green. Let's save it and refresh our page. You can see we have gotten our green color. So all our paragraphs are colored in green now, are written in green. And so we don't have to manually type in like we need in inline styles. So using internal style sheet, it gets easier to add our styles. So internal style sheet is a great way of including CSS styles, but it is not recommended either, because to maintain your HTML file, it's best to avoid the CSS, and it's best to avoid both HTML and CSS code. So that's why we use an external style sheet. We'll see what an external style sheet is in the